Hello, 500 brothers. Welcome back to Donghua family. Do you guys still remember Hanli's goofy gold-devouring beetles? They've cultivated for so long, but still haven't wised up, giving their master a huge headache. And in the previous episode, the chance to re-educate this bunch of pets finally came. When Liu unleashed the six-winged frost centipedes, Hanli wasn't just interested in the centipedes. He also set his sights on the spirit-controlling secret insect-controlling arts. This episode 166 will show us how Hanli carries the beauty straight back to his cave to research her. Let's get to it. At the end of the last episode, as soon as Hanli recognized the six-winged frost centipedes on Liu, he became extremely excited. Rumor has it they have a tiny bit of bloodline from the ice system True Dragon. When they successfully mature, their backs will grow a full 6 wings, and they can spit out frost chi capable of turning 100 miles into mountains of snow. Unfortunately, this swarm of centipedes was still underage. The frost chi they spat out could scare some lowly cultivators, but for someone like Hanli, who had absorbed a bit of Qianlan ice flame, it was just like an air conditioner blowing cold air. Thinking this, Hanli didn't say much. He executed his technique and collected all the centipedes into his sleeve. Witnessing the scene, Liu couldn't help but be horrified. Taking advantage of the opponent being too shocked to speak, Hanli immediately knocked her unconscious. Losing the signal from their master, the flying centipedes automatically crawled into the spirit beast bag. At this moment, Hanli looked at the great beauty unconscious in his arms, his expression full of hesitation. Taking her life was as easy as flipping his hand. But the problem was, if she lost her life, that precious swarm of 6-winged frost centipedes would also disappear along with her. To obtain these centipedes, he clearly couldn't act ruthlessly. Furthermore, he also wanted to find out about the spirit-controlling secret insect-controlling arts. His gold-devouring beetles were getting more and more goofy, and he urgently needed some high-quality secret arts to re-educate them. Thinking this, Hanli stuck a few talismans on Liyu's body to ensure she would sleep very deeply. Then he scooped her up and transformed into a streak of azure light, flying away. As for Han Yunji, because she reminded him of his younger sister from long ago, Hanli couldn't bear to strike her down. Oh well, just consider him in a good mood today, so he spared her life. Anyway, Han Yunji didn't see his face clearly. Even if she goes back and snitches, she could probably only describe him as a handsome man with wings who flies very fast and nothing more. As for him, as long as he set foot in Shi country, he would be considered safe. Meanwhile, as the group of core formation disciples from the Ghost Spirit sect was wiped out, over at the Masked Moon sect, a nascent soul stage old devil who was in seclusion suddenly opened his room's door, his expression extremely unsightly. Several of his personal disciples had disappeared all at once. This matter could not be ignored. He didn't say a word, immediately sending a message to all branches of the Ghost Spirit sect, demanding an urgent investigation. He wanted to see who was so bold as to touch his people. Unfortunately, his actions were one step too slow. Before the Devil Path cultivators could come knocking, Hanli had already flown out of U-State. In the end, that perfected soul shatter gathered nothing but vague information that his disciples had been sent on their way by some hidden-face nascent soul stage cultivator. This matter made him burst with rage. More than 10 days later, Han Yunji returned to the spirit-controlling sect, her face gloomy. She knelt before a stone room, reporting the entire incident and asking for punishment. After hearing her speak, the old man in the stone room asked with some suspicion, "You were discovered from several hundred miles away? All of them lost their lives, and only you returned alive." Han Yunji nodded affirmatively. For some reason, she completely concealed the fact that she was spared by that cultivator, only saying vaguely that she was lucky. After thinking for a moment, the old monster in front of her said in a deep voice, "That person could discover you from over 100 miles away. Their spiritual sense is truly terrifying." Could it be one of those old monsters at the late nascent soul stage? I am not sure either. I saw that person heading north, into the territory of the Heavenly Tao Alliance, so I didn't dare to pursue further. Please forgive me, martial uncle. You did nothing wrong, so what crime is there? Go and rest. The old man sighed. After Han Yunji's silhouette disappeared, the old man in the stone room muttered into the void, "Do you think she was telling the truth or lying?" A figure appeared and replied, "Martial uncle, just now I used a secret sensing technique and saw Martial sister Han's heart beating erratically when she spoke of her escape. There is definitely a hidden story." I thought so too. If not for giving her father face, I would have used the soul search technique. Oh well, let it go. The trouble is the Lostwood spirit infant. Fortunately, it was originally a rebellious child that was extremely hard to control. It even devoured a sect elder's nascent soul in the past. Losing it might actually be a good thing. Over a month later, Hanli finally returned to his cave dwelling at the Drifting Cloud sect. His first act was to throw Luyu into a quiet room, then he went to visit the two elders and report his achievements. He vaguely mentioned that he had cleaned up a few ghost spirit sect cultivators on his way. Who would have thought that after hearing this, Chung Tiankuan and Lu Luo would slap their thighs and praise him, seeming still salty about being trapped by the Devil Path faction last time. Seeing this, Hanli felt even more relieved. After shooting the breeze for half a day, he returned to his cave dwelling and began to think about how to deal with that involuntary female cultivator. Not long after, Liu slowly woke up in the secret room. As soon as she opened her eyes, she saw a beautiful face leaning in very close to her. This person was none other than Silvermoon. Seeing her open her eyes, Silvermoon smiled and said, "Young lady, you're awake. Please follow me to meet the master." Master? Who is he? Where is this? Hearing this, Silvermoon smiled and replied, "This is Cloud Dream Mountain in Shi Country, the territory of the Heavenly Dao Alliance." Hearing the three words Heavenly Dao Alliance, Lu Yu's face turned pale. Falling into the hands of the righteous faction, she feared her life was more likely to end in misfortune than in luck. A moment later, she was led to the main hall. Hanli was sitting on a stone chair, calmly watching a beast ramming into a cage of light. Liu was inwardly terrified. Iron Rhinoceros Beast? Isn't this the Fu Clan's spirit beast? Could it be that this person is the one who wiped out the entire Fu Clan? While she was terrified, Silvermoon's respectful voice said, "Master, the person has been brought. You may withdraw." After speaking, Hanli turned to Lu Yu, then suddenly flicked his finger. A small bolt of electricity shot out, striking the Iron Rhinoceros Beast. The beast let out a roar, then fell to the ground, convulsing. Seeing this scene, Lu Yu's heart couldn't help but skip a beat. And episode 166 ends with a casual flex from Hanli. A bolt of lightning makes the Iron Rhinoceros Beast convulse and roll over, not just as a warning, but also unintentionally making Lu Yu realize this is the man who wiped out the Fu Clan. Falling into the hands of such a great devil lord, she can only tremble like a leaf. How will Hanli interrogate this beauty? Will he be able to get the secret art of raising centipedes and re-educate his gold-devouring beetles? And what will Lu Yu's fate be? Let me know your predictions in the comments section. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe to the Donghua family channel so you don't miss the next review episode. Goodbye and see you again.